Welcome back for the latest edition of NC Sports Weekly News, your water sports essential. Now in the spotlight, Dongfeng and Abu Dhabi take the fight to the wire for an unprecedented Leg 6 finale in Newport Bay. Senior Correspondent Sebastien Destremau reports. Sidney Gavignet and the Oman Air Musandam crew shave off nearly 4 hours from the Round Island multi-hull speed record. Maserati sets sail for the T-route as Giovanni Soldini takes on the 7,000 nautical mile record for monohulls across the Pacific from San Francisco to Shanghai. Japan's challenge to America's Cup 35 has been officially accepted, while confirmations on the possible Dean Barker entry still loom and the controversies abound. Albeau and Offringa conquer Korea's Jinha beach in the first slalom event of the season for the PWA World Tour. Happening now, the 2015 ISA Stand-Up and Paddleboard World Championship is full on in Mexico's Sayulita. NC Sports plunge into the action.
While it was clear that Leg 6 of the Volvo Ocean Race would become yet another tight run, few could have guessed that it would come down to such a close photo finish in Newport. After more than 5,000 nautical miles from Brazil to the US, the last match race in the light winds is a hard stopper, with Dongfeng team taking the win over Abu Dhabi by just 3.5 minutes.
Oh, very, very excited. I was so stressed. I think it's in my life, you know, sailor. I think this is my favorite leg to win because it was so much stress, and at the end we would have prepared a finish more easy with Abu Dhabi 1 mile behind. But at the end, the fight was fantastic, and because we won it, the victory is more amazing because finishing like that. But yeah, it was stress because until the last minute, last jibe, we are not sure to win this leg. It's completely crazy. But this Volvo Ocean Race is crazy. It's really different from everything before. I think you see there is a fight every day. Every miles you lost, every meters you lost, you pay it at the end. And it's every mistake you do, another boat pass you.
The most challenging in this Round Island record was the sea state for Albeau. Pretty big, and these boats are going pretty fast, and speed in big sea is not great. So yeah, it was hard for.
Hitting top speeds up to 39 knots, Sidney Gavignet has added yet another record to his long list of oceanic successes by breaking the Round Island sailing speed record by 3 hours and 50 minutes on Trimaran Musandam Oman sail. Personally committed to the challenge, the French skipper attributed this success to the sheer power of the Mod 70, the choice of the right weather window, a tough crew, and a good dose of luck.
So the last 48 hours around Island were wet, brutal for the boat. She got punished a bit, and brutal for the crew, and wet and cold. Yeah, pretty hard.
The new marker for crewed multi-hulls is now being ratified by the World Speed Sailing Record Council, or WSSRC. This was originally Steve Fawcett's first ever world record, set back in 1993 on 60-foot trimaran Lakota, who covered the 698 nautical miles in 44 hours and 42 minutes. Crossing the finish line on the 40th hour at the Kish Lighthouse near Dublin, the six-man crew of Musandam Oman sail included Omani sailors Fahad Al-Hasni, Yasser Al-Rabi, and Sami Al-Shoukaili, Spain's Alex Peya, and French multihull veteran Jean-Baptiste Levaillant. WSSRC officials are also busy following a brand new record on the ancient T route, a unique 7,315-mile dash across the Pacific Ocean on which the fastest clippers competed in the 1800s to set market price on the highly demanded commodity. The clock started on May 9th just before 7 p.m. as Maserati crossed the San Francisco Bay on its way to Shanghai, China. Italy's most accomplished ocean skipper Giovanni Soldini in his latest campaigns has been fascinated with retracing the historic routes of the great navigators of the past. A passion that already paid off with a New York-San Francisco speed sailing record for monohulls shattered by a whopping 5 days back in 2013. Always on the souped-up VOR 70. The current reference time for the Frisco to Shanghai was set in 1853 and belongs to Swordfish, with its 169 feet in length overall and over 1,000 tons of displacement, that completed the T route in 32 days and 9 hours. With a crew of 8, including 4 Italians plus German, Chinese, Spanish, and Swede sailors, Team Maserati should have no problem improving that old 225-mile-a-day average. And Soldini hopes to put this record back on the map of the pro sailing circuit for future challengers. In the latest America's Cup news, the much-publicized Japanese challenge presented by the Kansai Yacht Club was officially accepted last week by the event authority. With 4 America's Cup campaigns on his belt, veteran sailor Kazuhiko Sofuku, aka Fuku, will be leading the new team. Kazuhiko was part of Nippon Challenge during the 1999-2000 Louis Vuitton Cup Series. No official confirmation as of yet on the rest of the crew members, as expectations had grown for the arrival of helmsman Dean Barker after his recent divorce from Emirates Team New Zealand. Sponsored by SoftBank Corp., one of Japan's top 3 media and telecommunication companies, the team is expected on the water for the AC World Series to kick off this June in Portsmouth, England, to recruit and train Japanese sailors. As with Team France, the Defender Oracle Team USA will be providing base-level assistance to fill the technical gap. Holding the peculiar record of the greatest loss in history with $70 billion during the dot-com crash of 2000 has never stopped SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son. Reportedly a good friend of Larry Ellison and Japan's second richest man with a net worth of $22.4 billion in 2014 on the Forbes list, Son is the real mastermind behind this new Japanese challenge. In the best America's Cup tradition, the controversy has peaked to new heights in recent months after the announcement of changes in the class rule, the subsequent departure of the Italians of Luna Rossa, and what amounts to a sidelining of the commercial interests of ENG, led by Kiwi veteran Grant Dalton. Critics accuse the Defender of purposely undermining the most dangerous and experienced adversaries even before hitting the water. Conversely, the event authority has always sustained that the new low-cost format aims solely at opening the Cup to a wider range of international challengers. Antoine Albeau and Sayulita Offringa were the conquerors of the Ulsan PWA World Cup last week in Korea, as the strong winds kicked in for the final heats on Jinha Beach. The first slalom event of the season began in light conditions that grew steadily for the week-long event, during which the multiple world champion built a consistent lead. 4 false starters in Heat 2 secured the title for the Frenchman, as top contenders blew their chance at a podium position, including compatriot Cyril Moussolimani. Pierre Montefond grabbed second, while Josh Angulo closed in third. On the ladies' court, Albeau and Offringa dictated the pace all the way to the final. The freestyle queen, with 6 career world titles in the discipline, is now also placing a serious bid for a second laurel on this year's slalom competition. Turkish athletes put up a remarkable fight in Ulsan, taking both second and third places with Lena Erdil and Fulya Unlu. The world's top stand-up and paddleboard athletes have flocked to the fabulous beaches of Sayulita for the 2015 ISA World Championship. 27 nations from virtually every continent are represented here in Mexico's west coast state of Nayarit, and last Sunday's opening ceremony began amid folklore and fanfare with the symbolic Sands of the World ceremony, a gesture of worldwide unity that has become a hallmark of the International Surfing Association. Racing is now ongoing and will culminate with the finals for the different disciplines over the weekend. Catch the full story with highlights, interviews, and results in next week's NC Sports edition. It's not over, board fans. Join the current on Nautical Channel, from the freestyle in France and Austria all the way to the slalom in Korea. This Saturday at 5 p.m. get the full recap of the PWA World Tour 2015 season kickoff on Top Story. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.